Hi, Jagdish. How are you doing?
Everything good, sir. How are things with you, sir?
I'm good.
And
I'm
nice
good.
to see you after a hit of Sanjay Dutt, after the prediction going right for the mass revolution, after the things going right for Ria's brother, after the things going right for Ria. What do you think
Yeah.
about your predictions now, sir?
I'm always doubtful about my prediction because मेरे पसीने छूटते रहते हैं. ये है ही ऐसा subject. But yes, by God's grace and by my guru's blessings, it seems that it is working. It is working right, and we are on the right path. At least we are, the planets that we are focusing on, the planets we are catching up to, are delivering results as per our calculations and all that. So I'm very happy with the Ria's predictions going right. Not with Ria's position; she shouldn't be here. But at least as far as the prediction is concerned, yeah, we hit bang on. Absolutely, it was a very overwhelming response when I heard that on 8 she has got arrested, and we had predicted that 11th ek do din upar niche, she would be in a little trouble. So
And
that
we are
is
taking the time from the public as well.
yeah.
It's we have taken the time from them.
Yes.
So, sir, now let us get ready for another challenge of the old star with the new fame, Kangna Ranaut.
Yes. So before we resume, let me again clarify we are not only we are only studying Kangna's chart because Kangna is in news right now, and as an astrologer, events are very important for us to understand the planetary movements. And since a lot of events are happening in Kangna's life as well as the media, so studying Kangnas on that perspective, we are not against or for any political party. We are not or against anybody personally. We are absolutely hardcore looking at the practical aspects of Kangna's chart. So this is the disclaimer that I wish to make. Kangna is right now into a middle of a storm, and we will study what kind of the direction the storm is going as per the transits and as per the Nam Rashi zodiac technique that we had discussed in Riaz, which had worked. And finally, we will also take a look at the Ashtak Varg of Kangna's birth chart. So I have prepared a small
Sir, sir, sorry. Can I say something like this? That we are studying the prospects of career in Kangna's life.
Yes, absolutely. The 10th house.
So
the 10th house. Absolutely, you're right. So prospect of public image and career and the 10th house. Now, let me, before we begin, the Kangna is right now 34-35. She's born 1986. Now, this is the time where 10th house becomes activated. Every year, a certain house becomes activated. Every 2-3 years, a certain house. So right now, a 10th house is activated. So before not wasting much more time, let me get straight into the PPT and start talking from there. All right. So I'm just sharing the screen and going straight into the PPT. Yeah, can you see the PPT right now?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, so I have made it full screen. Please let me know if you find it difficult, or otherwise I will just
press escape. It's completely okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
It's completely okay, sir.
All right. So right now, let's see the topics that we are going to cover. So studying events in astrology, as I said, Kangna is our. We are studying Kangna's chart simply to understand the events that are happening and the planets that are fructifying these events, and the planets are actually responsible for these events and how the event will actually unfold. So this is all practical astrology. We are not, we're not going to discuss what happens when Mars sits with Ketu or Shani sits with this and this sits with that. Somebody's got a yellow teeth, somebody's umbrella gets lost. These are all crap. We are not going to go into that. We are going to straight away bang on the things that are happening right now and how this is unfolding. In short, how the planets are unfolding in her life. And obviously, when we study, we can also from this hypothesis and theories, we can also come up with results that's going to happen to your, me, and the rest of us life. So I'm inviting all the other astrologers who are going to see this video. Please share your views. Please share your research. And please
Sir,
comment.
also I would like to thank you for the 17th of Deva Prashna,
Okay.
which will be our stand to fight against the fake astrologer. I would like to thank you in advance for giving us the date for the 17th. And Deva Prashna, I hope your audience is listening to me and they will also join us.
Absolutely. 17th is a very good date because, 16th is, 17th is also an Amavasya. So, it's kind of Amavasya Deva Prashna we are doing. Here, the Pitru Paksh is ending. And coincidentally, the sun is also changing his zodiac. It will come into Mercury's Mutrikon Rashi, that is Virgo. So it's a very good time. So I invite all the people to come in. I think Deva Prashna joining is free. And rest of the details you can find is both Jagdiji's and Chandala Astrology's page or Jagdiji's page, that is free astrology. We will be marketing it. You will hear from it soon. So let us come to this, Kangna's chart. So will Kangna be the next Rani of Indian politics? This is the topic. Because the things are unfolding very fast and every day things are changing. The secret technique, Nam Rashi prediction for stunning accuracy. We are going to take Kangna, that is Ka, and that is Mithuna zodiac or Gemini. We are going to keep Gemini in the Lagna and study what kind of planetary movement are happening. And then there's always, before we start, there's always a nano consultancy. This is a new kind of consultancy course, first time introduced in the world of astrology. We are going to study a specific house areas and give you the consultancy. The details are will be provided to you shortly. If you are if you are interested, you can contact me or Jagdishji. Where astrology cost comes down very low because we are not going to study the whole chart. We are going to only just study the problem that you're facing and the house concerned with it. And it is the technique that is available in the market, and not many astrologers divulge this. You can also go for nano consultancy as well, nano course, which I talked earlier. So coming soon, a webinar.
Let me give a small brief over here. The audience will get a benefit when they do the nano consultancy. Nano courses basically is they specialize in one course, they start earning from one course, and they can easily pay for the other course as well. So this will give a specific good thing for the people who are joining the nano courses. Sir, Gemini Lagna is something, just I'm taking your view. Isn't it something which wants everything twice, thrice, something like that? Never satisfied with one?
Absolutely. Gemini is Dui Svabh Lagna or dual Rashi. So it always is in two boats. Always will be in two boats. Gemini is a very, very interesting and very controversial as well. And that's what happens. Anybody with a Gemini, now, why are we taking Nam Rashi, especially in this case? There is a basic principle in astrology. Now, Deshe Kale Grahe Yuddhe. Nam Rashi is going to be the first thing that needs to be seen. Deshe Kale Grahe Yuddhe. Now, this is a war-like situation for Kangna. And so Nam Rashi has to be taken. It is very important that we understand, we study the Nam Rashi as well, and it comes to around Gemini. So then again, Gemini is always in the two ports. There is always a career change because again, Dwi Swabhav, kab kya ho jaye, upar se abhi Rahu bhi hai. So Rahu is always there in the Gemini. So there's going to be a big sudden movement, tuck, 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 and the person would, the native would be, will be a little bewilderment. So the screen that you're seeing is the chart of the natal chart of Kangna Ranaut. She is born in 23/03/1986. Now, before we begin, this is a disclaimer. I didn't have the actual date of birth. This is what I've got from the internet research. So please pardon me if it is wrong, but I don't think this is wrong. I've taken this chart from a very important page. The datas. So I hope this is correct. I'm quite sure. So let's begin. And if there is error, please let me know if any of the audience is listening. So let's quickly go through this chart. What are the good points, bad points? The first and foremost is a look at the moon placement in the 5th house, as well as the Venus placement in Lagna. Whenever Venus and moon are in this kind of placement, this immediately gives the person a very glamorous media field. This person is born to be in a glamour field because Chandrama is all photography and media and camera, as well as a lot of movement and its beauty. And Chandrama is also, Mother Karaka. So mother will be a very important role in her life, will play, not as Sun, because Sun has Rahu in his second house. So obviously she will have a problem with the father. The support of the father will be less in various facets of her life. Chandrama, the moon is very, very powerfully placed. That is this is the Karakasthan of Jupiter as well. So it's in fifth. So again, Chandrama will be very powerful. Venus is in Lagna with the sun. Here, the problem with the establishment, she will be an anti-establishment people always in her life. Okay, so she will have problems with her seniors or bosses or governments or whatever. So whoever wants to dominate her, she will hear from it. Now, secondly, the Rahu is in her speech. That is second house. So again, she will be very, very harsh sometimes. Now, the brilliant part of this is the Mars, the placement of Mars, which is creating a Pancha Mahapurush Yoga of Ruchak Yoga, where the ninth house and Kendra has got related due to Mars. And Rahu's ninth aspect is coming on Mars as well. This is ninth, so she will be she will be traveling a lot from different countries, and she's also will be sometimes even thinking about changing a religion. Maybe she will become a Buddhist one day, or she's a Hindu one day. So there will be a lot of extraordinary events in her life, and her taste will also change, a lot of times. So this is one. And as far as Jupiter is concerned, please look at Jupiter. Jupiter is in 12th. Okay. Now, therefore, her foreign connection would be, there would be somebody living in Jupiter, living in foreign countries, as well as this Jupiter in this kind of placement also creates a lot of health issues. And especially when Jupiter will be meeting in the third year of her birth, Rahu. So she will be having health issues very early on. So the only problem is where I see is, Venus placing his fourth aspect on Mars, placing his fourth aspect on Venus. This creates a problem with relationship, it's a multiple relationship, etc. And those ugly things would happen in life. This is a major problem. Relationships will keep on going into the ugly areas. And since Saturn is in ninth, so her love relationship, especially emotional relationship, will be with the wrong person always. It will be always senior to her age, and not very healthy relationship. It could be anything. So now finally, please look at the Karaka of her marriage, which is retrograde. Now, as soon as it's become retrograde, the Mercury is in 12th, retrograding, which is not a very good sign, because as soon as Mercury right now is in 12th, and it gets a fifth aspect of Ketu. When Ketu aspects Mercury from 8th, it completely destroys her marital life. Okay, so it will be a problem for her marital life. Now, so I will be going into the next thing about just hold on. Yeah, so I will be going into next slide of the transits that are happening right now. If you can see, I have made the transit of the coming months. So if you see, just hold on. Yeah, if you see the transit of just hold on. 1 minute. I'm having some kind of trouble. 1 minute. Yeah. So the transit of transit of Jupiter. Okay, it will be on Mars, which is very good, excellent. The transit of Sun will be soon in your 7th house. So Sun transit will be giving a lot of push in terms of a new partnership with some government position. And secondly, the other transit is of Rahu, which will be coming in our third house. Now this is also house of her younger sister. So I believe she has a younger sister. So her health could be something that needs to be taken care of. Now what will make her, what will make her the Rani of Indian politics is the placement of Mars, because Jupiter will be going direct after 13th of this month, and it will be going to Capricorn. That is our 11th house. Now, any planet going into 11th house is amazing. Okay. Now, if we see the natal, it is natal Jupiter also well placed with Mercury. Okay, and it is placed near Sun as well as Venus. So here, when the transit goes to the, goes to Capricorn and sits with Saturn, which is again is going to get direct very soon on 29th of this month. Saturn is also getting direct. So Jupiter and Saturn will be sitting after November. So this will be on 11th house. This will be incredible. This will be incredible. She's also running Dasha of Moon and Mars right now. So Mars, as I said, is in a 10th, creating the Ruchak Yog. So Mars again will be completely activated. Now her public image is going to grow like anything, and she will be partnering with anybody from the ruling party. That is Surya is in 7th house. And very soon Mercury will also be, very soon Mercury will also be going into from 6th to 7th, again sitting with Ketu. After the Rashi changes of the Rahu and Ketu, the Ketu will be sitting in Saturn. This kind of configuration actually creates an incredible, because Mercury in 8th house is politics. Mercury in 8th house is also occult practice, and this Mercury in 8th house is something to do which are underground in nature. And politics, one of the subject which is, ab dikhate kuch aur hota kuch aur hai. Or her Mercury also defines our mental state, our kind of our practical applications, and
to the calculations.
Yes, calculations. So Mercury in 8th house will give her that kind of boost, incredible boost. And from when Jupiter actually hold on. So when Jupiter,
can I add a small? Can I add a small point over here?
Sure.
So Saturn and Mercury being retrograde. So retrogression will always boost up the result of the natal.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever a bad planet or a malefic planet gets retrograde, it becomes incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. Okay. When malefic planet gets retrograde, it actually starts giving good results. And especially if you see Saturn right now is retrograde in a natal chart, and will be sitting in 11th house. Okay, it will be again. It will carry the retrogression, feel to it, retrogression chemistry to it. And whenever Saturn gets direct, even if when Saturn gets direct in the 11th, it will be joining the Mars. So if you see this, Mars and Saturn is kind of good for her as well as bad for her. Good for her in the sense that it gives her the fireband, fireband spirit to take on anybody. Okay, but Saturn and Mars also creates problem in her land and property, which she's facing right now, and she will keep on facing this kind of problem. It will give her land as well as creates a lot of problem, a lot of controversies, court cases, and so on and so forth. Also, a lot of fights, lots of fight which actually harms her, because Mars is looking at
Mars is always
Mars is always like that, and its fourth aspect is on Lagna. Especially her Venus. The Venus is.
But sir, I believe, like you gave the free tip for Sanjay Dutt. Yes. I believe you will be giving a free tip for her as well.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, free tip will be like since Mars is looking at Venus and Sun also, so it will be always. Now, the only free tip that I'm giving her, as far as remedial measures, is take care of your Saturn. Okay, so right now I would always give her she should keep on offering sun salutation to Saturn. Why? Because she will be soon. I'm stopping the sharing. Okay, I will be communicating this.
Sure.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, she will soon be, coming into a very powerful political picture. That is for sure. That is for 100% sure. And she will be inducted in the ruling party's, plan of things. And where her communication, where Mars and Mercury are getting placed, she could become a great spokesman, a female spokesman, which was a missing link for the ruling party, especially after exit of Honorable Sushma Swaraj ji and Honorable Smriti Irani ji. They're not, one is not there with us. Unfortunately, the other one is not very active. So, and the opposition party has very female, members who are very powerful. So, for example, Sonia Gandhi ji and Priyanka ji. So, this ruling party needs a firebrand, youth icon, full of energy into their scheme of things. And I think she would be the one who would be, she's a perfect match. So, what I'm expecting after 20th November, to give you the timelines, after 20th of November, she could be officially inducted to it. The things would start rolling from 13th. So from 13th of this September, as soon as Jupiter gets direct, and Jupiter is in 10th, sitting with Mars, Mars as a natal and Jupiter in transit, when Jupiter gets direct, she could be approached to become one of the members, or she could herself show an active interest and come out publicly. Okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing this political jump. I'm taking this political jump. This can happen, and this will happen.
Sir, I would like to add something over here, sir. Now, I have never given remedies on your channel, but I would like to give a remedy over here. Please check in the link below. If you find anything fruitful, please check in the link below. Please get in touch with sir, and sir will do all the fruitful things for you. That will be my only remedy for us.
So okay, another tip. Now, the only problem that I see in a natal chart is sun setting with Venus, which is not good. Okay, what happens is whenever sun sets with Venus, it always creates a problem for sun.
Combustion.
And the Mars fourth aspect on sun. So what I would say ki her alliance with this party is not going to last very long. May not last very long if she doesn't do a remedy for sun. She has to keep her fire element down. She has got a huge fire element. Obviously, her Rochak Yoga is active right now. Okay, Chandrama में मंगल है, is fantastic because चंद्रमा अपने आप में अपने जगह पर है, ठीक है, अपने स्थान पे है, वो भी 5th में है और वो भी आपके कर्क राशि में है जो कि चंद्रमा का खुद का अपना स्थान है और मंगल जो है रोचक योग लगा बट इट्स फैंटास्टिक but her fire element has to be checked, and secondly she has to take care of her sister, younger sister. I believe she could be in health issues, and please note, I will share the screen again, which is very important and for her as well, if she's seeing this. I'll just share the screen. Hold on. Now, Saturn and Ketu will be sitting in the transits, and please see, Saturn 9th Drishti, okay, 7, 8, 9th Drishti will be on Chandrama, okay. 9th Drishti
so we'll do the Ketu as well. So we'll do the Ketu as well.
Ketu's 9th Drishti is on Chandrama, and Saturn's 7th Drishti after Saturn gets direct on 29th will be on Chandrama. So I must warn her that her mother could be in big trouble. She could get some sort of urinary infection, kidney infection of some sort. Her joints can go. Her back area could be in trouble, and it's sensitive for her chest area would also can be a trouble, and it will be due to some sort of water. It could be a sudden edema or some water related issue. So she needs to take care of her mother's health, because when Saturn gets direct and Ketu changes its position after 19th, it will straight away aspect her mother in her 5th. Although mother is well placed, but I think there could be a lot of trouble, and it would be a pretty bad trouble. So this is all I would like to say about Kangna. So she would be very soon, we would be seeing Kangna in very, very strongly in Indian politics. And I really hope from bottom of my heart, she becomes the voice of the younger generation and the voice of all of us who are, devoid of justice. She's the one, we must remember, she's the one who first took the lead in, justice for Sushant. I have all sorts of respects for her. and I hope she does well in her life. So that's all I would like to say. And thank you very much for
So
giving me
really,
this opportunity.
my pleasure, sir. My pleasure. And
Thank you
really,
very
I'm
much.
with you. She is bold and beautiful both.
Absolutely.
So I hope her marriage part also gets through very fast. The only thing is she has to wish for it and she gets it.
Yes.
That's how she is inbuilt in nature.
Yes.
She wishes and she gets. And I hope she wishes for the good of Indian government and Indian people. She can contribute a lot to our people and government. And yes, sir, yes. What happened to Mr. Sushant was big grief, and I hope he gets justice as well. So we had done for Mr. Sushant as well, sir. And most of the things that you have predicted have came again. I would like to mention have came true. I hope the things for Kangna will also come true. And I hope she is listening to the video and she follows the link below, gets your number, gets in touch with
Yes.
you.
Right. Right. Well, even if she doesn't, I mean, that's up to her. What I'm trying to say is, as far as marital life is concerned, Mercury retrograde does not give a very good marital life. And actually, there is a little bit denial. But one thing's for sure, whenever she gets married, she would be getting married to somebody from a foreign national, not an Indian. That is for again for sure. 100%. And she would be in a coming times would be settling in some sort of foreign area. And if I'm not too wrong, she could be in some sort of the northern part of the world. It could be Canada, Australia, or US. Most probably US. And it's a Jupiter related, so it will be an old country. So I'm thinking of UK. She could be settling in UK, and somebody from UK she would be getting married to. So anyway, whoever it is, and that religion of that guy would again be a very, very Buddhist religion, very meditative and Buddhist religion, I think, because Metro retrograde does that. Mercury retrograde does that. So it would be a really interesting marriage for her. But then again, Mercury with a very close proximity of Ketu actually gives it an ad. So hopefully things would get better with her and she settles down, and hopefully we will see her in politics, Indian politics, and things would good for us so far. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your
All right,
time, and
thank you very much.
good wishes for you, and see you in Dev Prashna
Sure,
5.
absolutely. So Dev Prashna Pai is happening on 17th. So hope to see you as well as all of your audience and all of us, all of the people who are listening to this, watching this. I hope to see you all in Deva Prashna. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.